Just before we get started, my friend Michael is sitting across the table from me. Now, he's the CEO of a major entertainment company. We've just finished the outline for his presentation, and he sits back in his chair looking satisfied. Then his energy changes and concern takes over his face. He says, "Now the planning feels complete, Cam. My message is clear and the structure looks good, but that's not my biggest challenge. My biggest challenge is the start. The real problem is that awkward feeling just before I speak. My throat is tight and I wonder if I'm going to stumble on my words. And you know, at the start of any talk, there's that echoing silence and all those expressionless faces wondering where you're going to take them. It takes a while to build a good rhythm." Well, that's true. The start can be a challenge for all of us. The beginning of a speech is a point in time that's full of uncertainty. And uncertainty is the root cause of anxiety, but we're going to get to that later. So we walk on stage and there's this energy vacuum and the audience is looking to us to fill it. It can be difficult to think clearly with all those expectant eyes on us. And the way we manage those moments can determine how the rest of the presentation goes. Then Michael said, "Cam, tell me how I can eliminate the start of the speech." And that was the day we did it. We devised a way to eliminate the awkward start of any speech. Now, he was half joking, of course, but we brainstormed it that afternoon and we did it. Not possible, you say? Surely every speech needs a start. Well, we vanquished it, and you can too. We found a way to not only eliminate the awkward start of a speech, but to achieve 4 crucial goals. 1, to reduce anxiety. 2, to convert the cold mood of any room, hall, or stadium into a warm conversational energy. 3, take the spotlight off your performance so that you can relax. And 4, create an environment to engage your audience. It's an incredibly powerful technique that works with any audience or any subject. It puts you instantly in control of the room while taking most of the traditional public speaking pressures off you. It works if you're a quiet, thoughtful, softly spoken introvert speaker, or a loud, fast, dynamic extrovert style, or anything in between. And it works no matter how much sleep you had the night before. This powerful technique is called "just before we get started, ... In a nutshell, the first words you say are, "just before we get started," followed by a few words on something you've prepared to chat about, like the background to your talk, or your role, or the beginning of the relationship that led to the talk, or housekeeping issues, such as how long you'll speak for, how to manage questions if there's a handout and so on, or anything you like. The point is, by using the words "before we get started," you release the pressure of the start. The energy vacuum is filled and you've done it with a conversational tone. Of course, technically, you have started. But after your relaxed intro, you simply continue on with your talk as planned. And this avoids the drama of a traditional start. This "just before we get started" technique works like magic. It's amazing, but it's true. Try it for yourself. I'll explain exactly how this works later, as it's one of the techniques covered in the Give Great Explanations section at the end of this book. First, let's have a look at how the book is structured. Oh, and if you're still reading, it looks like the "just before we get started" technique works to open a book as well.